Hello, everyone. Sue.oneschuk here, continuing the workbook lessons of A Course in Miracles. And today we are at lesson 361. We are approaching the final lessons of the course, the 365 lessons for this year. And prior to this lesson, 361, there is an introduction to these final lessons. And I am going to read and reflect on the introduction first, and then I will read the lesson. So, to begin with, here is the introduction to our final lessons. And it says, our final lessons will be left as free of words as possible. We use them but at the beginning of our practicing, and only to remind us that we seek to go beyond them, to go beyond the words. Let us turn to Him who leads the way and makes our footsteps sure. To Him we leave these lessons, as to Him we give our lives henceforth. For we would not return again to the belief in sin that made the world seem ugly and unsafe, attacking and destroying, dangerous in all its ways, and treacherous beyond the hope of trust and the escape from pain. His is the only way to find the peace that God has given us. It is His way that everyone must travel in the end, because it is this ending God Himself appointed. In the dream of time, it seems to be far off. And yet, in truth, it is already here, already serving us as gracious guidance in the way to go. Let us together follow in the way that truth points out to us. And let us be the leaders of our many brothers who are seeking for the way, but find it not. So I'm going to interject here. Let us be the model. Let us be shining our light so that it, inspires our brothers and sisters. And when they see the light in us, then again, they may find their way to this course, or possibly another path that's going to awaken them further in recognizing their own enlightenment. So it goes on to say, and in this purpose, let us dedicate our minds, directing all our thoughts to serve the function of salvation. Again, the Course has said we're not here to save the world. We're here to save ourselves. And in saving ourselves, we are contributing to the salvation of the world. In saving ourselves, we are healing. It's in the process of healing, we are saving ourselves. And in that healing, we are contributing to the healing of this planet, of this world. So it says, unto us the aim is given to forgive the world. There it is again, forgiveness. Forgive whatever it is you're seeing out in the world that is taking you out of your peace, that you're judging, that you're triggered by. Again, it's only a reflection of your own consciousness. And I hope to this point that you've come to some recognition that the world is only mirroring what is within your own mind. And that we have the power within us, with the help of the Holy Spirit, to be able to shift all of that, to have the willingness and desire to raise our consciousness, to transform the darkness into the light, the darkness that is within each one of us. It is the goal that God has given us. It is his ending to the dream that we seek and not our own. For all that we forgive, we will not fail to recognize as part of God himself. And thus his memory is given back completely and complete. It is our function to remember him on earth as it is given us to be his own completion in reality. Remember, I'm not a body, I am free, I am still as God created me. So let us not forget our goal is shared, for it is that remembrance which contains the memory of God and points the way to him and to heaven of his peace. In the previous lesson, I spoke about your willingness or our willingness to let go of the suffering that is taking us from our peace. And we shall not forgive our brother. And shall we not, let me say that again, and shall we not forgive our brother? Who can offer this to us? He is the way, the truth, and the life that shows us the way. In him resides salvation, offered us through our forgiveness given unto him. He will not end this year without the gift our Father promised to his holy, or we will not end this year without the gift our Father promised to his Holy Son. We are forgiven now. I'm going to suggest really take that in and breathe that in for a moment. Take that into your heart. You are forgiven now. We are, and we are saved from all the wrath we thought belonged to God and found it was a dream. It's for us to recognize we've been living a dream in the illusion of the ego, which has separated us from God. We are restored to sanity. The ego is insane. It just keeps seeking to get and gets nowhere. It's actually seeking for nothing because the illusion is nothing. So again, we are restored to sanity in which we understand that anger is insane. Attack is mad. And vengeance merely foolish fantasy. We have been saved from wrath because we learned we were mistaken. Let's remember again that the Course says that a mistake is only something to be corrected. And we've been given the gift of the Holy Spirit for that correction. And it says it's nothing more than that. And the question here is, and is a father angry at his son because he failed to understand the truth? We just didn't understand. Again, I'm reminded in the moment of the prodigal son. That is what is available to us. The father's arms were wide open, and he threw a party when his son returned to him. That's how we find our peace. It's there, waiting for us. We just cover it up with the ego. We come in honesty to God and say we come in honesty to God and say that we did not understand. And we ask him to help us to learn his lessons through the voice of his own teacher, the Holy Spirit. And there's the question in here again. It says, would he hurt his son? Or would he rush to answer him and say, this is my son, and all I have is his? Our divine inheritance is available to us right now. Everything is available to us. With God, all things are possible. Be certain he will answer thus, for these are his own words to you. And more than that can no one ever have. For in these words is all there is, and all that there will be throughout our time and eternity. Right now, in this moment, in this holy instant, we need only to turn to the Holy Spirit for correction. So that is the introduction to these final lessons. And the next 5 lessons, from lesson 361 to 365, is actually the same lesson. And it's telling us here in the introduction that these final lessons, again, will be left as free of words as possible. And we will use them, but at the beginning of our practicing, and only to remind us that we seek to go beyond the words. This is where we, go to the heartfelt experience of God. You will know it when you are there. It says, again, it's only to remind us that we seek to go beyond the words. And let us turn to him who leads the way and makes our footsteps sure. So here's the lesson that we'll be reflecting on for the next 5 days. And the lesson is, this holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. And if I need a word to help me, he will give it to me. If I need a thought, that will he also give. I'm going to read that again. If I need a thought, that will he also give. And if I need but stillness and a tranquil, open mind, these are the gifts I will receive of him. He is in charge by my request. And he will hear and answer me because he speaks for God my Father and his Holy Son. Put the Holy Spirit in charge of your day. It says, give it this holy instant would I give to you. Be you in charge, for I would follow you, certain that your direction gives me peace. That is what we will be practicing as we conclude these lessons. And it is another level of building trust. And in the manual for teachers, it gives us the steps of building trust. Be open today. Be open today to have that heartfelt experience of God within. that love that is within your heart. Put your hand on your heart and just sit quietly for a few moments as you finish viewing this video. And in the tranquility of it here, and in the stillness, be open and listen and feel the voice for God. All right. That is the introduction to the final lessons and lesson 361. Thank you so much for being here and being on this journey of healing with me. And I look forward to being with you for the next lesson, which will be lesson 362. Please, in the meantime, please hit that like button. Comment. You can just put an emoji in the comment section. It helps with the algorithms here on the YouTube to build this community further. And if you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And until the next video, from my heart to yours, I extend much love to you. Bye for now.